we are focusing here the power resources. Now this topic is also there included in geography, but it is having connection with science, particularly physics part and to some extent chemistry part. Now we have different sources, particularly now here we are concerned with power, that is electrical power first. Now how to produce electricity? You may have heard about tidal power, thermal power, then non-conventional source of energy, solar power and whatnot. But what is the important thing we have to consider here, that how electricity is generated. Many people are having misconceptions. Say in case of milk, whatever cream is coming out, one can remove that cream and sell out milk again. Like that, some concepts are there that people are extracting electricity from water and then that water is used. That water is of no use. This is something like we are removing out cream and then milk is used. But no, this concept is something problematic. For that purpose, first I have to discuss a simple dynamo structure. Say there is a soft iron rod. When I am using word a soft iron is pure iron. Amount of carbon is very less. Then that is soft iron. Usually iron extracted and it is in pure form, that is soft iron. It is having very good magnetic characters, but it is not having that hardness and that the properties of steel, they are not there. And for that purpose we have to add, say for making it hard, a certain amount of carbon we have to use. We have to heat iron at higher temperature and cool out at different temperature. Then the desired hardness or properties are there. Now we are focusing on soft iron. This soft iron, say this is just I am explaining you the scheme. So the diagram is not perfect one. This is having coiled with copper wire. What we are calling that as winding. So here the soft iron which is in contact with winding, that is copper wires. Now this is all technical. Say I am taking out two terminals here. I may say one is live and one is neutral. Suppose. Or I may say here if AC DC concept is there. In case of DC concept I may say one is positive and one is negative. Now this entire assembly is there in a magnet, horseshoe shaped magnet. Now my drawing is not that perfect. You may just observe that two magnets. Say if you are observing from top, you will look this like this, C shape, inverted C and straight C. From side this way. So this may be the probable shape like cylindrical one. Two magnets are there. In that magnet, this shaft is soft iron rod which is having coil. This is kept. You may use this as both way. Suppose electrical current is supplied, this may act as motor. I am supplying electrical current here, the shaft or rod that start rotating around it because electrical current is produced. I am not going much deep in physics, otherwise that's Lenin's right hand thumb rule etc. we have to discuss, but not in this lecture. I am explaining the concept. If this rod is mechanically moved, then electricity is produced. You may check out this concept by taking small motor. In that motor, if you are supplying electricity through cell, you will get that motor is moving, rotating. Whereas apply some plastic fan or something on that and blow wind, the fan will rotate and you will get, suppose you are connecting out here LED will light. Or if you are connecting this to ammeter, you will find deflection in ammeter indicating current is produced. So we are not now supplying external current. We are interested I am now extending this, some arrangement I am making here like that. The wheel that is attached to this rod, I can call this as turbine. Now we are focusing on this turbine part. So we have to rotate turbine. As this turbine is rotated, rods start moving. This is again schematic diagram. In actual practice, several gears are involved. But here I am showing directly. So as this shaft rotates, the electricity is produced from here. This is the simple principle of generation of electricity. This is I am calling as generator or dynamo. Here we can call this part as generator, whereas the wheel, that this part, we are calling as turbine. If you are able to get this principle, then next part is very easy. If I am using current of water to rotate this shaft or generator, we are calling this as tidal electricity. Now here I have to take a specific example, that is of Koina project, that is there in India, Maharashtra, in Sahyadri mountain range. This project is there. A particular situation, I hope geographically you are aware now. This is Sahyadri mountain range. This is plateau part. This is coastal region of Western India, and then this is sea. So just go through the diagram. Towards extreme left side you may observe sea, then coastal region, then Sahyadri mountain range, which is having steep part towards west. In this diagram, this is the west direction. And then this is plateau of Deccan. Now, this is the situation where Koina Dam is located. So suppose you are observing in map of India, this is the peninsular region, here Western Ghat is there. In that Western Ghat, some mountain ranges are parallel to the Western Ghat. So that mountain range or hill range is shown over here. So this is that hill range. In map, this hill range is there, and this is the situation where dam is constructed. Now because of that, water is accumulated. So this way, water is accumulated. This is man-made lake. One of the important man-made lake. This is having name of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So this is called as Shiva Sagar or Shivaji Sagar. So the water body is somewhere around 600 meters high here from sea level. You are aware that there is concept in physics that is called as potential energy, which is given by mass into gravitational acceleration into height. Now here height is 600 meters. The water body is abundant. And then G, that is gravitational acceleration acting here, that is 9.8 meter per second square. Now, what the effect is carried out? A tunnel is there. Again, I am saying this is all schematic. Inside the mountain, the tunnel is there, and here the arrangement is made that generator is kept. The water from this tunnel is having very high energy, high pressure that is flowing down somewhere around 600 meters depth, and then it is released on turbine. The turbine, don't consider lightweight, it is something of weight 9 tons, and that 9-ton weighing turbine start rotating with very high speed, and then electricity is produced over here. This electricity is produced because of flow of water. Whatever potential energy is present in water, that potential energy, part of that potential energy is converted into electrical energy. And therefore, the concept is something like that. We are using potential energy present in water that arises because of height of that lake. This is not that water is having electricity and we are removing electricity from it. So just its potential energy is used, and then that water is released. For next part, here another dam is constructed and that water is used for next stage. Again electricity is produced. Same way here, this is the dam where also electricity is produced, and then that water is released for Koyna river further. So like that, at various steps, electricity is generated. This is called as hydel electricity. Now, if you look at another dam that is also there in Maharashtra, that is Jayakwadi Dam in Aurangabad district. This dam is there in Satara district, whereas project is there in Ratnagiri district. Whereas Jayakwadi Dam, there, this is supposed to be largest dam in Maharashtra, where multi-purpose dam is there. Not only electricity generation is there, but what happened exactly? That during daytime, water is flowing down. Now what happened in Koyna? This water is taken to further dam and then it is ultimately released to sea through Vasishti river. This is released to sea. So there is no recirculation. But in case of Jayakwadi, this water, whatever is coming here, that is stored and recirculated. During night time, it is taken back to the dam and again it is used during daytime. You may ask question, there is no perpetual motion possible in physics, particularly on Earth's surface. It is not possible. Say whatever work done is carried out, the water is coming from top to bottom. The same work done is required to take back water here. How electricity is produced? Actually, with frictional forces if you consider and resistance if you consider, the water should require more energy to take back in the dam rather than whatever energy generated. And so, how the effectiveness of this project? Answer is something different. Keep in mind, everything, the laws of physics are obeyed. Concept is that one can't depend only on this typical geographical situation for production of electricity. And so, another concept is developed that is called as thermal electricity. Now, I am just switching over topic. We are coming to point again, but it will take some time. And so, we are switching over to another topic. What is thermal electricity?